You know, when I got ready to run for the U.S. Senate, it was on July 22nd of this year. I had just gotten out of session, because again, I'm a state senator, and I didn't mention this, from the Dallas area, and I've been a state senator for the past 26 years. And so I started thinking about running for the United States Senate, frankly, when I was doing session. And then, how many of you have had those conversations with God at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning? Any of y'all? None of y'all have had those conversations? only 2 of you? Oh my goodness. Well, I had that conversation to make certain that I was headed in the right direction as it relates to the U.S. Senate. I got the thumbs up. And then what I did, I talked to my colleagues in the legislature to see exactly what type of support was out there. And the support was overwhelming. And then I talked to the boss of the House to make certain that she was okay with it. And after 2 or 3 days going back to her, Carol, can I do it, Carol? Can I do it? Can I do it? She said, yes, let's do it. Okay? And we've been on the trail. So on July 22nd, when I announced, guess what happened? The guy that you want to fire came after me. The first day on the campaign when I announced, he decided to go up on television, calling me a radical and calling me a liberal. Now, when he was the Attorney General of the state of Texas, I helped him fix different issues associated with kids on welfare and also child support. I wasn't too liberal then when he asked me to carry laws in the legislature, but all of a sudden, when I got ready to run, I'm a liberal. Here's the other thing. When we had the first debate here in Texas, he decided to run 2 ads against me during the Democratic debate. And what does that tell you? That tells you that I am the person that he's afraid of running against. And you know why? Because I'll stand up to him and I'll stand up to Trump. And I know how to do it. You think about my position on different issues. Gun violence. I'm no stranger to it. I've been around it. The fact of the matter is that you think about Ann Richards. When Ann Richards was governor of the state of Texas, Royce West was the senator that authored the first laws to ban assault weapons in the state of Texas. The first senator to file a bill to have universal background checks, to reduce the size of magazines. That was when Ann Richards was governor. I've been the same ever since in terms of those particular issues. There's a way we can make certain that the intent of the Second Amendment is carried out, that we can have gun sense legislation in this country. I promise you that I'll fight for it and I'll get it done. You will hear me talk about several things this evening. And I'll make promises to you that I will keep. And when I come back to visit, I'll make certain that you are able to kind of look at the scoreboard, look at the metrics that I've set for myself and check them off. I'll make certain I give you an update. In terms of health care, I've served on Health and Human Services Committee in the state of Texas, dealing with women's issues, dealing with expansion of Medicaid, trying to get Perry, when he was governor of the state of Texas, to do an expansion of Medicaid. Chris is right as it relates to the number of uninsureds that we have in the state of Texas. I'm not saying when you begin to look at our children, we have more kids in the state uninsured than any other state in this country. Ground zero. We could have received $10 billion a year to put into our Medicaid and into our medical system. Perry decided not. And the reason is because we called it Obamacare. Okay? And needless to say, anything with Obama on it, they wanted to make certain that they threw the baby out with the bathwater just because of who the father is. Okay? And that's a fact. But when you tell people it's the Affordable Care Act, oh yeah, I want that. I want that. But you say Obamacare, oh no, I don't want Obamacare. But it's the same damn thing, okay? But they don't want it. And so we've had to fight that. I've had experiences fighting that. And so that's part of my resume. When you begin to look at issues concerning climate change, how many of you have been up to the Lubbock area? Lubbock area? Lubbock? Have you seen those wind farms out there? Yeah. I'm responsible in part for those. Working with other legislators in order to do it. And so I know about renewable energy. I know about climate change issues. Do I know everything about it? No. Do I still have things to learn? Yes. The fact is that I believe that the climate change lobby, Citizens Climate Lobby, has a great idea. And the bill has passed Congress and it's in the Senate on the desk of that guy.
The turtle.
The turtle? The turtle? Comrade Mitch. Comrade Mitch, okay, we'll call him Comrade Mitch, okay. Moscow Mitch, okay. Moscow Mitch, we'll call Cornyn, Comrade Cornyn, okay, I know what it is. But it's sitting on the desk. It's sitting on the desk. Now, what the Senate has done is put together a committee to study climate change, and it's comprised of equal number of Democrats and equal number of Republicans. What I plan on doing is when I become a U.S. Senator, I'll be on that committee. And I agree that we've got to make certain that we have a group of persons that are stakeholders sitting at the table in order to get it done. There is no doubt that our climate is changing. I mean, what was the temperature yesterday?
68.
68. I mean, it's crazy. I mean, we know things are happening. We look at the different polar caps, we can see that ice is melting, okay? And some of the things that are going on in our environment. What I would hope to do as we fire Donald Trump, that we get a president that's going to make certain we get back into the Accord, the Paris Accords, okay? And that we get an EPA administrator that's pro-environment as opposed to trying to do away with everything that we have.